was watching the speech of Mr. Mantashe during the Investing Africa, whatever it's called. First of all, I want to talk about what he actually said about the mayor of Cape Town, which I think it's also important, because I don't know, guys, but I've noticed that a lot of DA officials or ministers, whatever, I don't want to use the word arrogant, but it seems like they really are angry in terms of the way the ANC have actually treated them. You can even tell with their actions. You don't have to hear them. You can tell with their actions. The mayor of Cape Town, I think he came in that event, and I don't know whether he spoke. I think he spoke because the way Mr. Mantashe was saying it, okay, it seemed like he spoke, okay. Now he spoke, and then after speaking, then he just decided to leave. Now, chances are he might have had some things, okay, to do or anything, but I want you to take a listen to what actually Mantashe had to say about that. Let's get to
much, Master of Ceremonies. I don't see the mayor of Cape Town. Has he left? Has he left? Okay, it happens sometimes. Many important speakers just speak and leave and not take time to hear any other views different to his. That means he wants to hear his own voice. Fine. Members of the...
Now, that is the first thing, okay? Now, I really don't know, guys, what do you think about that? Do you think that maybe Mr. Mantashe was too much, or maybe he was harsh, or maybe whatever, I don't know. Because he was looking for him, but he was nowhere to be found, That is why I'm saying these guys are very angry. They will just come and do their job and leave. I think that's what they are up to, or they are about. Now, second thing that he actually spoke about, very important thing. Please stay tuned because this is very important, okay? It will, especially if you are an African, listen to this because it's very important. I want us to take a moment and just listen to what Mr. Mantashe said, okay? Let's get into it.
Suicide. Committing suicide can be a humanitarian case. And when they say illegal mining is falling under us, I say, no, that's not mining. Once you get into legal mining, your minister is the Minister of Police. Day one. Not your minister, you are stealing gold, your minister is the Minister of Police. PGMs reached the highest level in 2021. They produced 285 tons. Notwithstanding the decline of PGM basket price in 2023, South Africa was the largest producer of PGMs. So investors, PGMs is not fully explored. Come invest in PGMs. It's a very rich area of investment in South Africa. We are appealing to all of you. We are actually producing 73% of global PGM. And we're producing and supplying 38% of palladium, 81% of rhodium. That's what we are producing. So investors, that is an attractive investment area. Please come, have a discussion with us. We can tell you where to find it. I can tell you, standing here, Limpopo, Northwest, you'll get a lot of it. Those are platinum provinces in South Africa. And therefore, please do invest in it. Furthermore, there is evidence that the African continent has significant reserves of industrial important minerals, such as manganese. We are a great manganese producer. You can talk to us. Copper. If you talk to us, you want too much copper, we'll lead you to DRC and Zambia. They will give you, that is where the concentration of copper is. If you want coal, we'll give you coal. And coal, king coal is back. There are many who wrote an obituary of coal prematurely. King coal is back. I can tell you. It's nickel, copper, titanium, vanadium, lithium, rare earth elements. All those minerals are found in this continent. Please, investors, pursue them. Those are the minerals of the future. Those are the minerals of the future. Notwithstanding, with the growing demand of these minerals, Africa needs to assert its advantage and take charge of the growing demand. You know, I was listening to, I have ministers in my cabinet who always worry about geopolitics. With this standing threat that, because you passed an exploration act, therefore Trump will withhold funding to South Africa. And to mobilize Africa, let's withhold minerals to US. That is it. If they don't give us money, let's not give them minerals. But the reality, they take our minerals, but say we're withdrawing funding. No, we have minerals in the continent, and therefore we have something that we have. We're not just beggars, but we must just use that endowment for our benefit as a continent. But if, as a continent, we are frightened, we fear everything, we are going to collapse, and will collapse with minerals at our doorstep. So, my appeal is that Africa is the world's richest mining jurisdiction. And that issue is an issue that we must internalize as a continent, use it to our advantage. It's one of the things that we can use to compete in the world. We can't be the poorest continent. And being the richest mining destination in possession of 90% of world chromium. You know, we produce a lot of chrome in South Africa, down. China builds its chrome industry on the back of our chromium, and they are bigger than us. That is unnatural. Because we export raw commodities, China stockpiles raw commodities, and we continue mining. At a point, as is the case currently, China just floods the market with chrome, and the price of chrome goes down. And our chrome mining companies say, we can't survive, we barely survive. But they're the biggest producers, and it is on their production that the price of chrome is suppressed by China. And I'm sharing this with my colleagues in the continent. It happens to all of us. This is what I call race to the bottom. A race to the bottom. We race with one another to the bottom by not taking advantage of what we have and actually become victims of what we have. We can't allow that to happen forever.
Mr. Mantashe was speaking about the minerals. Okay, to be honest with you, that is why I told you in my channel, I'm not biased. I'm not because you are NC, because you are EFF, because you are MK, because you are DA, because you are what actually say. As long as you speak sense, as long as whatever you are saying, it makes sense. For me, I will take it and I will agree with you. Okay, whatever Mantashe said there when it comes to Trump, I agree with. Okay, really, guys, one thing that you must understand is that as Africans individually and as Africans as a group, okay, we need to start respecting ourselves. And if we respect ourselves, then the people will be able to respect ourselves. And again, whatever as Africans in the land that we live in, whatever we possess, whatever is important in our land, we need to make sure that we protect. All right, and I believe that we also need to make sure that we use it, let me repeat that again, that we use it to our advantage. That means if we've got minerals, if we've got gold, I'm just making an example, minerals, gold, silver, whatever, cotton, whatever it's called, okay? All these things of wealth and riches and stuff. If we've got those things, just like what actually Mr. Mantashe said, he was mentioning all of them because he's a minister there. Okay, I don't know, he's still a minister. I think so. Minister there, he knows all of them. So if we possess these things, we need to use them to our advantage. In other words, these things, they must give us a leverage. Okay? Now, what leverage does to you, it gives you people to respect you, number one. Number two, it gives you advantage to other people. In other words, people, they will not just come and do whatever they want to do to you. They will speak to you first. They will actually approach you respectfully because they know that you possess something that they are actually after or that they actually want. Mr. Mantashe says, if these European countries, maybe they are providing or assisting South Africa with funds, with billions, whatever, maybe for a program or anything, if they decide to take their monies, all of them, we will also have to keep our own resources. That will be your minerals, your whatever. We need to keep them then. In other words, if they talk to us about anything, about minerals, we say, you guys, you undermine us. You think that you are clever, you know? Because trust me, guys, they know how important you are. They know how important is Africa. I was watching one of the videos on actually TikTok. The guy was asking a question to the white people, and say, tell me, white people, please, if you can answer me. Okay, he was using some words there which I will not repeat here, but he was saying that what is it, white people, that you hate so much about us as black people? What did we do to you that you hate us so much? Okay, now the answer will not be there. Why? Because obviously they know why they hate us. They know why they don't want us. Okay, and I believe that maybe if the whatever reason it is, it might open our eyes. Maybe they don't want to tell us that. Okay, if there is a reason, or because it is possible that a person can just hate you for just hating you, you know, because maybe it's because of the skin or anything. But one of the things that you need to understand is that whatever they know, whatever that they hate us for, okay, they will never tell us. That is why then it becomes our responsibility as Africans individually and as a group to start understanding ourselves. Now I'm speaking in the context of politics, okay? Understanding ourselves, okay? In Africa as a group, individual countries and everything like that, and also individual people, individual selves, okay? We understand ourselves and we know who we are and we understand what we possess. Right, I was watching one of the videos on TikTok again. You know, TikTok is full of videos. So there was an interview. I think they were interviewing a guy who is a professor. I don't know, he's a professor, whatever. They were interviewing him for another proposition. So they asked him. He did a report. I think there was a time where he wrote that actually during the COVID-19 they need to give the black people different vaccine. Okay, now the reason was because they have got a very strong immune system. I know that you will say, why a different vaccine here, you want to kill us, whatever, but I want you to notice what they actually say there. They say because they have got the strong immune system. That is true. It's a fact that you cannot run away from. We are very strong as black people. Maybe could be one of the reasons why they hate us, because we are strong a bit when it comes to these things. Okay, now what is important there, it tells me as a person who is listening to say that as a black person it means I'm very strong. Okay, and I must not take for granted what I have. And that is why, since they say my immune system is strong, I need to make sure that I eat what actually keeps it strong. I'm just saying, okay, that is just a pass. But I want you guys to understand that as Africans, we need to be in a position where we are having advantage, okay, over everything. I was watching one of the things, I don't know, it's a YouTube or it's a post, whatever. They say that in the future, or I think it was somebody who spoke, that in the future, Africa will become very important when it comes to the economy. That is why they are after you. That is why they are after us. That is why they are after our land. That is why they are after our Africa. Okay? And it is very important that the resources we've got, we need to protect them. Actually, we need to use them to our advantage. You keep your money, you take your money away, that's okay. We will keep our minerals. We will take our minerals, we will keep them. We will not give you anything that comes from here, because I think you are undermining us. That is why when I'm speaking about undermining, I didn't understand why Mr. Trump will just announce and will just sign and announce and block everything and then freeze the fund. And I do understand that. I did make a video to say, well, it gives us an opportunity for us to do our own thing. It gives us an opportunity for us to actually do things on our own so that we don't depend on any people. But I think there has to be a respect in how people do things. Okay? For me, I believe that Trump, knowing Trump better, he could have maybe, before they even do anything, announcement, do whatever. I don't know whether they spoke to them, but according to Mr. Mutwaledi, okay, as a government official there, it seems like they didn't receive any letter, okay, from any officials from America. There were people who received the letter. I don't know, it was health people or whatever organizations that with health or whatever. I think the money, I guess maybe the letter went to those that received the money, okay. That could, but I believe that they could have spoken, to the government of officials. That's just to show their respect. I would have expected that maybe if Trump was answering, you could say, yes, I spoke to one of the officials in the South African government. We told them that we are going to freeze the funds. And the reason why is because we are under investigation. But no, when Mr. Mutwaledi was announcing that, he's like, I don't know the letter, didn't receive the letter, what. For me, I don't know, guys, but it sounds like that is a disrespect. That is why we need to take ourselves very serious. That is why also Mr. Trump is doing whatever he's doing in America, so that other countries, they can respect America again. Make America great. They can respect actually America again. That is why he has blocked everything, because he did say and mentions it to say this is about our country, this is about making our country great again. In other words, this is about us. Okay, that means anything that doesn't benefit us, we pull it back and we think about it, we investigate it. Okay, why? Because it's about his country. That is why I always have a problem when I am speaking about South Africa, and I tell people to say, let everything be about South Africa for now. What it means is we want to pull ourselves together. We want to make our country, I don't know, great again, okay? Make our country better, make our country come together, put it in order, and then we can go outside, and then we can see what we can do when it comes to the outside world. And when you say that, people, they say, yeah, we don't want Africans, yeah, you are not Pan-African, yeah, you are. No, it's all about starting putting the house in order. Firstly, we deal with everything that was done wrong. We pull everything that was done wrong. We fix and fix and fix and fix. And then when our country is good, is okay. All right? And then we can go outside and do our thing outside. But when you say that, people, they say, you don't want Africa. It's not about that. It's about you putting your house in order. Okay? Because that is very important. All right, now, Mr. Mantashe, on this one, I agree with him. We need to take ourselves serious. We need to make sure that we use these resources to our advantage. We need to make sure that we use them actually to make people respect us. We can't allow people to play on our heads and then we laugh, jolly, nice, it's a nice country, you can go anywhere you want, you can just do whatever you want. It shouldn't be like that. People need to respect us in Africa and outside the world. Why? Because we are a country, we are human beings. When people are crying about certain things, drugs, people are crying about this services and everything, you think it's fun, you think it's nice, you think it's enjoyable. You can laugh where you are, but I can tell you, it touches people, it changes the lives of people. People complain every time. Some of them, they sleep without water. Some of them, they sleep without electricity. They find themselves in trouble. And I'm not saying that, guys, listen. All I'm saying is we as Africans, we need to take care of ourselves. We need to protect or use the resources. And the most important thing is to protect them. Protect these resources we have. Why do you think in South Africa there is illegal mining? It is because there is something that people discovered about South Africa. That is why there are these illegal minings, because people, they want to milk, people, they want money, people, they know that we possess something that they don't have, so they want to have that for free. And we can't allow that, Anyway, I don't know, guys, what do you think about that? About what Mr. Mantashe said about the mayor of Cape Town, also about the what he said actually about Trump and the resources and the minerals, keeping them, if they take their money, whatever. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, remember, this is about us as Africans. We want to be in a place where we are not depending on anyone. If I can be in a country, in an Africa like that, I would be a happy man. I would be grateful. Okay, in my lifetime, which I don't think it will happen very soon, but whomever will be experiencing that, that will be the best thing ever. You are a country, you are a continent that does not depend on other countries. When you get to relationships with other countries, it will be because both of you are benefiting, not because the other one is benefiting more, or the other one is benefiting and you are not benefiting. No, it has to be about, the respect has to come to that level. Why? Because it's important, right? It's important. Respect has to be there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. The other thing is I've got some things here, guys, that you can actually buy on one of the stores in Devon, you know, and stuff like that. So you can go online and then you can check if there is something that you might need, you might want. It's on the screen right now. It's playing there. So they've got jackets, they've got t-shirts, shirts, they've got shoes, they've got shorts, you know, things like that. Okay, so I hope that you are going to check that out, guys. The prices are awesome. Okay, there are sales. You can just get yourself some nicey going to work, you know, going to events and stuff like that, and going style. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I am out, and please take care of yourself, and don't forget to subscribe and also to like the video. If you didn't like, before you leave, you can like it. All right, have a good day, guys.